First, I will explain you the situation, and then I will show you how I addressed the situation through the code in the project that I have been working on. The project is a WPF application, and on its main window it has a few buttons, and when a user use those buttons, the app creates some additional windows. So my client wants those additional windows to auto close after a certain amount of time once they become inactive or moved to the background when he no longer needed those additional windows. For example, the app has to close those additional windows after 30 seconds of time once they become inactive or moved to the background, unless they become active again or moved to the foreground. Now let me show you how I addressed the situation through a sample WPF application. As you can see on my screen, I have created a WPF project in my Visual Studio. So on its main window, I need a button. So when I click that button, it opens an additional window. So let me add that. So as you see, I have added a button to its main window, and in its click event handler, it shows a window. So to differentiate the child window, not the child window, the additional window from its main window, I have set its background to a nice blue color. So let me show you. Here it is creating the additional window. So this window, this is the primary window, and this window creates this additional window when I click the button. I think I should let me change the theme of the Visual Studio so that I can get some more light on my face. So here we go. So this additional window needs to be auto closed after a certain amount of time, like for example 30 seconds of inactiveness. So to do that, I have to use timer objects from system.timers namespace. So let me show you how I used the timer objects from that namespace. So to simplify things, I have created a subclass of the window class, and inside this subclass I have placed a timer object, and inside this subclass constructor I am initializing the timer object, and I will explain you what parameters, how I set the timer object. Here I have defined a parameter on the window subclass constructor, and I will pass the number of seconds whenever I create objects of this class, and this class will use the argument or the value in the initialization of the timer object. So the timer object expects its value in milliseconds. That is why I am multiplying this value with 1000, and also I have set its auto reset property to false so that it can trigger its elapsed event only once. So in its elapsed event handler, I'm simply calling the close function of the window. The reason why I am overriding the on activated and on deactivated functions of the window subclass is the timer should be started once the window becomes inactive or moved to the background, and it should close the window after the specified number of seconds. And for some reasons, if the user brings the window to the foreground or makes the window active again, then the timer should stop and it should not close the window. Now I'm creating an object of the window subclass and passing 10 as a value in its constructor. So that means it has to close itself after 10 seconds of inactiveness. Additionally, I have placed a dispose timer function inside the Windows subclass that simply dispose the timer object, and I'm calling that function when the window get closed. Now let's see how it works. So I'm switching back to the primary window so that this additional window becomes inactive, and it should close after 10 seconds of inactiveness. So after fixing the issue, let's try again. So now I'm switching back to the primary window, making this window inactive, and it should close after 10 seconds. Yeah, it is working. Let's try again. Switching back to the primary window to make this window inactive, and it will close after 10 seconds. So this is how I addressed the situation, and I hope this will help someone.